Hi there and welcome back to the Toon review. So just reviewing Saturday's game at Birmingham City in the FA Cup, which turned out to be a drab 1-1 draw. Bit disappointing, I have to say. I thought we might have gone there and put a few goals in, given the we went 2 up front, which was quite a big surprise to some people. Obviously, Rafa in the past has just stuck with a 1 up front and gone with that, and he's never looked back on it. So it was a bit of a strange situation for us to be in, to see 2 guys up front. He brings Murphy in alongside Mitrovic. Obviously, a lot of changes for the game, given that it was the FA Cup. We've got some very important games coming up in the league as well. So it's important that we do sort of stretch the squad a little bit. Let's have a look at what we've got in there. So, you know, he plays Hanley, plays Haidara coming back at left back, which was good to see. I really do think he's got a lot more potential than Dummett has. But whether Rafa goes for someone else in this transfer window at left back, or whether he sticks with what he's got till the end of the season and then reassesses then, I have a feeling it'll be the latter, so we'll wait and see. But the game did really start brightly for Newcastle. We knocked the ball around well. Birmingham were making some horrendous mistakes, giving the ball away to us all the time, and you kind of got the feeling as the first few minutes went on, thought if we can get a goal here, we could maybe go and absolutely destroy Birmingham, because they were absolutely rank. The goalkeeper was making some horrendous passes, trying to play it out of defence. He was giving the ball away so much, coming for crosses and things like that. He just didn't look very confident at all. So you get the feeling that if we got the first goal, we could go on and really put a few past these guys. We did get the first goal. Corner swung, well, it was quite a low corner actually from Lazar. A big scramble in the box, and eventually Darren Murphy puts it in the back of the net. And as Darren Murphy goes off with a few of the players celebrating the goal, all attention then turns to Mitrovic, who was lying flat out on the ground. It looked a very, very serious injury. I mean, when a player's stretched off with an oxygen mask and the brace on the leg, you kind of think, oh God, that's a break straight away. And I think everybody that saw Mitrovic go off the pitch was expecting the news, maybe driving home, that, you know, it was a fracture. But then he tweets out a picture of his leg, which was horrendous, but kind of, it was to reassure, I think, the fans that he was okay, and it wasn't really I mean, saying it wasn't really a serious injury, it was disgusting, quite honestly. You know, me coming from an ice hockey background, I'm used to, you know, lots of people being cuts and things like that and seeing stitched up and all that kind of stuff. But it was a gaping wound in his knee, and you just, for somehow, you just didn't see his kneecap, really. I mean, it was just disgusting. But all the best to Mitro. Hope he gets fit again, and he's back banging in the goal soon. So you think if he takes... Mitrovic had to go off, obviously, so who does he bring on as substitute? You think Gale's there? Does he still go 2 up front? No, he puts Gouffran on and reverts back to type, and I think that affected us, because after that it kind of got back to frustrating Newcastle. You know, and I've seen some tweets come out since Saturday saying that the football that we're playing is actually boring. I disagree with boring. And I tweeted back saying that I didn't think it was boring. What I thought it was frustrating, because we know we've got the players who can do real damage on that team. But somehow, is it the tactics? Is it the players? It's a little bit frustrating, especially when we concede the goal to Birmingham just before half-time. And the second half is a write-off, an absolute write-off. It was awful. So, you know, for me, I don't know. It just really, really frustrates me when I think of the players that we've got, and I'd love to see us just spring forward, you know, like not as Arsenal do, because we just haven't got that type of player. But you know what I mean? Just come out and counter-attack really quickly. But we don't. We seem to slow the ball down, and then we knock it across the back 4, knock it back a couple of times, and we're giving the opposition team time to get back and get back in their formation, and we have to play around them again. Whereas if we hit them on the break, we've got a lot of pace in the team, but we don't seem to use it. And that's what I mean by the frustrating part of it. We don't use the pace that we've got available to us. Callback, again, not good enough for me. He was the one major weak link in the team, and I think that showed quite a bit. But nevertheless, we move on from that. So we forget about that game. It's gone now. We've got a replay on the 18th. 7:45 kickoff against Birmingham again. So hopefully he'll put out probably a similar team, but not as obviously with us being at home. I think we'll stand a better chance. There's guys who are rumoured to be coming in this transfer window that we know who. You know, there's a couple of good names mentioned who I would be excited about coming. Stuart Downing's just been made, you know, his name's cropped up today, and I would love to see Downing there because I think his experience will be vital for us moving into the second half of the season. You know, he's a quality player, and I've always liked Stu Downing. I think, you know, him being in the team would really settle us a little bit. A couple of other names are mentioned, but nothing in stone yet, so we'll just have to wait and see. I know that it's been touted that Rafa's got a meeting with Charnley this week. So hopefully we'll be able to see a bit more on the transfer front as this week moves on. But it finishes 1-1. We move on to a replay, but it all starts again with Brentford away on Saturday. This is a real important game for us that we really have to bounce back and win and get the confidence flowing through the team again. So, yeah, a bit disappointed with a 1-1 draw, but we're in the fourth round draw tonight and we'll see how that goes. See who we end up against if we can get past Birmingham in the replay. But again, thanks very much for watching. If you're new to the channel, do hit the subscribe button. Really want to build this channel up. Do put your comments in about who you'd like to see coming in the transfer window and what you thought of Saturday's game. I thought it was drab, to be honest. That's my opinion of it. Drab, I think, is the only word that I can come up with, really. But like I say, follow me on Facebook at facebook.com, the Toon Review. I'm on Instagram, that's the Toon Review on there. And also Twitter, which is at the Toon Review. So do follow us on there. But do subscribe if you're new. And thanks again for watching. And I'll catch you later in the week.